This is Zac Gallen from the Arizona Diamondbacks, and you're listening to Jim on Base.
Welcome back to another episode of the Jim on Base Show. We're here in San Francisco with Zac Gallen. And Zac, it's good to see you. Thanks for giving us some time today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's great to see you. And I know you've had a lot of exciting, not even a month yet, right? You started the All-Star game, so curious what that whole experience was for you. I'm sure it was a blur. I've talked to guys before, and they say just a fast couple days.
Yeah, it's definitely a fast 48 hours for sure. Still, tried to process it as best I could while I was there, take it all in. But yeah, it happens fast. But it was a great time. I had family out there. We enjoyed ourselves. It was a good experience.
I imagine, did you get any flashbacks of maybe All-Star games you grew up watching and now you're in it?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing for me was I grew up, watching an All-Star game, but I loved the home run derby. So to be able to see one in person and be on the field, yeah, it just kind of brought back, memories as a little kid that, it was awesome.
And I imagine it's pretty cool, too, when you get to go with a teammate, Corbin Carroll, right? So when you guys can team up and go together, it's got to make it a little bit more fun, too.
Yeah, we had four of us there, myself, Corbin, Perdomo, and Gurriel. So it was good to, share that experience with them. It was all of our first, so that was special in and of itself. But yeah, it was special to be there with those guys.
And you're from New Jersey, right? So I thought that was pretty neat because I got to go to Asbury Park. I don't know if that's close to you, or what was it like growing up in New Jersey?
Yeah, Asbury Park's probably like an hour or so from me. My uncle actually lived there for a little while. Yeah, Stone Ponies. I've never been there, but just from what I heard, it's a famous, bar that a lot of guys got their start at or, still play at. But yeah, I mean, I haven't been up in that area. I heard it's a cool area. So one of these days, maybe one off season, I'll be able to take a trip up there and see what it's about.
Yeah, I got to see the Wallflowers there. It's probably like a 300-person venue, so it was one of those checkoffs, you got to do as a rock and roll fan. But do you know Anthony DeSclafani then? Because he's from New Jersey and plays on the Giants.
I do not. I know he's a New Jersey guy. He's a few years older than me, I think. I feel like we've kind of just missed each other, whether it was in travel ball or high school or even I think he used to be with the Marlins at one point in time. So, yeah, I feel like we've kind of just missed each other. I've known about him, trying, for lack of a better word, keep tabs on all the Jersey guys and just, but no, I don't know him personally.
I thought it was interesting because I looked up your hometown, and I think Daryl Dawkins is from there, so you guys pumped out some pro athletes over the years.
Yeah, I didn't even know Daryl Dawkins was from my hometown. I know that he used to come play at the basketball courts right across the street from our house, but I just figured like he just was, lived around there locally. But everyone would always joke that he would come over and they'd have to stop letting him play because he was breaking the rims from dunking too hard. So yeah.
Well, who were your favorite teams in being on the East Coast? Did you root for all East Coast teams or?
For baseball, I grew up rooting for the Cardinals. I was a Mark McGwire fan, then turned into Eckstein and Pujols, guys like that. For football, I'm an Eagles fan. Basketball, I'm a Sixers fan. I'm not much of a hockey fan. I don't really follow hockey. But yeah, so now I'm pretty much just Eagles and Sixers.
Well, do you do anything like music-wise to kind of get you in the zone, or what kind of music do you like turning on lately?
Yeah, I mean, my pregame playlist has changed over the last couple of years. Before it was like super mellow, some OAR type of stuff, just Jack Johnson, whatever. Now I've kind of had to turn up the BPMs a little bit. I'm more on Lil Wayne, Pusha T, kind of on the rap, just trying to get the blood flowing a little bit.
Well, one thing I thought was pretty cool about you is you wear the clear kind of goggle shades. So what led to that? Because when I grew up, I got hit in the face with a ball, so I had to wear the goggles. So I was just wondering if you had anything like that over the years.
Yeah, my eyesight was fine, honestly. And then I think I just had some astigmatism kind of develop. And I want to say it was my sophomore year. I went and played in the Cape. And up there the lights aren't great, so I was having trouble seeing the signs. Came back from playing summer ball and said to our trainer at UNC, like, hey, I'm having trouble seeing the signs. Like we had to use different kind of things to make it easier for me to see. So we went and got glasses. Had Nike make me up prescription pair. Had them in Carolina blue color, so it's the same pair I've been wearing since I was a junior. But yeah, the glasses. I honestly don't need them now just because of, with the pitch comm and everything. It's like you don't even have to see signs. But, yeah, and at nighttime I had trouble, with the glare, trying to see, the catcher's signs between their legs. So it just made it easier for me.
Well, whenever guys have those type of goggles or shades like that, I just say you're kind of like the Bono of the Diamondbacks now,
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's something a little different. We'll see what happens.
Well, you did mention your family being at the All-Star game, so how do they see you? Do they plan a spot on the road closer to home, or do they come out to Arizona each time, or how do they do it?
Yeah, I think it just depends. My mom, tries to pick some spots she hasn't been to. I know that she hadn't been to LA, so she came to LA this year for opening day, which was cool. And then my dad's he likes getting it to where I can have 2 starts, usually at home, makes it easier. So he gets his money's worth. He comes out for a week, sees me pitch twice, makes it easy because he stays at the house and everything like that. My mom will go on the road a little bit more just to kind of see different parks and stuff like that. But yeah, most of the time when we're on the East Coast, I'll see them, especially if I'm pitching. They'll make the trip, whether it's Pittsburgh or DC or New York or wherever.
Well, since you are a baseball player, obviously it takes so many hours in the day. Who are you kind of away from the game? Do you have any other hobbies or things you look forward to outside the ballpark?
I think the most common answer probably for most baseball players is playing golf. A hobby of mine, I guess. I'm not very good at it.
And there's good courses out there, right, in Arizona?
Yeah, there's good courses. There's really good courses here. So playing golf here is always a treat, honestly, if the schedule works out and the weather works out. But yeah, I just try and play golf. It's something still competitive, something still moving your body, but kind of take yourself away from the game a little bit, and then I'm just kind of like I like to lay on the couch, watch TV, just like it's hard for me to get away from baseball. I'm always watching video, trying to do something. So anyway, I can just kind of get away from it.
Well, Zach, it's great to have you on. Thanks for joining the show, and we're rooting you on. Hopefully we'll see you around for a few more years to come at least,
I hope so. Thanks for having me.